everyone, it's Kristen from Illuminate Music, and today we are going to work on learning how to play the D7 chord. Now, the D7 chord traditionally is one of those dreaded bar chords, and by a bar chord, I mean you are going to cover up an entire fret with your finger. And learning bar chords as a beginner can sometimes be a little bit tricky. So we will first try to break down that traditional way, the standard way of playing a D7 using a barred approach. And then if that's just a bit too tricky and you're looking for a little bit easier way to play a D7 in most songs, I'm going to give you another option, okay? So let's get started with just the barred, the traditional barred chord for a D7. What you're going to do to create that chord is you're going to start off by making your C chord. And if you remember, when we make a C chord, we take our ring finger or finger number 3 and we place it right there in the 3rd fret. So the 3rd set of spaces, 1, 2, 3, and we place it on the 1st string. So that's going to be your A string at the bottom or base of your ukulele. Okay, so you start off making that C chord, and here's where that tricky bar comes in. You're going to take your entire middle finger and you are going to press it down over all of the strings in the 2nd fret. So the fret right above your ring finger. If you are tuned, it is going to sound something like that. So making this chord initially isn't too tricky. If you notice you're not quite getting that full sound, it's probably because you're not pressing down hard enough on those strings. So use the back thumb, your thumb, to press and give you that support. Sometimes I'll stick my pointer finger down to give my middle finger some extra support. Whatever you do, you want to make sure you're pressing evenly over all of those chords to get that nice sound. Now, this chord doesn't hurt or get too crazy initially, but you can see the longer we hold it, it's not the most comfortable chord. But before we let go, let's strengthen those fingers and do a little bit of strumming on D7. You ready? 1, 2, here we go. Nice and steady, friends. And relax. My goodness. So if that barred chord approach is just seeming a little bit overwhelming for you, I'm going to give you one other way that you can play a version of a D7 and it works in most songs. Okay. And it's just a 2-fingered approach. So you're going to need your pointer and your middle finger, and you're still going to hang out here in the 2nd fret, that 2nd set of spaces. And you're going to be using string number 4, which is the one closest to your chin. And you're going to be using string number 2. So 2nd up from the bottom of your ukulele. And you're going to place your pointer finger on that 4th string in the 2nd fret. 4th string closest to your chin. So 4th string, 2nd fret of your pointer finger, and your middle finger is going to come down on the 2nd string, still in the 2nd fret. So both fingers remain in that 2nd set of spaces, and it makes that sound. All right. So I'm just going to let you hear there is definitely a difference in sound between these two, but when they transfer into a song, most of the time you can play this as an option. So I'm going to show you real quick the barred approach. Here's our standard D7. Has that little higher ring to it. And here is the modified version. Okay, let's just try using this modified version. Let's try strumming a bit to get comfortable with it. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. There you have it, 2 different ways to play a D7. Have some fun, make sure you practice, and see you soon.